you need a huge company and big capital to open an Amazon seller account. Or registration is complicated and takes months. Or you must live in the UAE and or KSA in order to sell on Amazon UAE or KSA. My promise is by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to register a seller account on Amazon UAE and Saudi Arabia, with all the documentations, all of the requirements, all of the regulations, everything tax related that you require. Oh, and the common reasons that might get your seller account rejected. So let's get to work. Zero confusion and zero rejection. Here is the 2026 updated informative video of how to register an Amazon seller account in UAE and Saudi Arabia. Hi, my name is Crystal from the Amazon Sellers Society and Sellers Society. We're a certified Amazon service provider and we've been supporting sellers on Amazon in the Middle East since 2019. This is one of our most requested videos on the channel, so I'm gonna go through the entire process of how you can register your very first Amazon seller account in the UAE and Saudi Arabia. By the way, with this video comes a guide which you can download free of charge, a free PDF guide, so that you can learn and get all of the information in a PDF format. Make sure that you download it, link in the description box of this video. Now, before we continue, if Amazon and e-commerce is something that is of interest to you, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, give us a little bit of love by leaving a thumbs up, and make sure you comment in the comments section below. Make sure you don't miss part 2 of this video where we talk about everything related to how Amazon as a platform works. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, UAE versus KSA. Where exactly are you registering? It's important to understand that when you register a seller account, you have to do so for each and every marketplace that you intend to sell in. So, as an example, for our video, which is in the Middle East, UAE, Saudi Arabia, these two markets are separate. So you need to decide which one to start with first, and then you can definitely open in the other marketplace as well. But how do you decide which market that you want to get started in? Well, very simply, if you live in the UAE, then Amazon.ae should be your first market. If you live in Saudi Arabia, then Amazon Saudi Arabia should be your first market. But if you live in the GCC or even internationally, the easiest thing would be to understand where your customer lives. Are they residing mostly? Is your customer base mostly in the UAE or Saudi Arabia? And decide accordingly. Number 2, pre-registration checklist. So let's get you organized with all the documents that you need in order to get started with registering your account. I definitely would suggest that you prepare these documents. Obviously, you would need copies of them. You don't need the physical document itself because everything that you're going to be doing in terms of applying for the seller account will be done online. But you need to know what the documents are and prepare them so that when it's time for you to register, which we're going to be talking about in step number 3, you'll be able to do so understanding all of the documentation. So let's get started and let's get stuck into it. Number 1, business license. Yes, for both Amazon UAE and Saudi Arabia, you will require a business license for you to be eligible to sell on Amazon. Now, I have 3 different verticals in this point. We're going to be talking about UAE, Saudi Arabia, and a third vertical called Other. So stay with me here. If you are selling on Amazon UAE and you are residing in the UAE, then you would need to provide a business license with certain types of activities. Almost most activities in the business license are approved for you to use them and sell on Amazon. The business licenses that you can utilize are any free zone business license, any mainland business license, but also additionally, you can utilize the e-trader business license from DET. Vertical number 2, you want to sell in Saudi Arabia. Well, you need a CR from Saudi Arabia. Vertical number 3, the other. So let's say you do live in UAE and Saudi Arabia. You maybe do not want to get a business license from these particular countries. Of course, as an expat, it's particularly difficult to register a business in Saudi Arabia, as most of you who do live in Saudi Arabia already know. Maybe you do not live in any of these countries and you want to still sell on Amazon in UAE and Saudi Arabia. What should you do? Well, the good news is Amazon is an international platform, and selling internationally is something that's very normal, meaning managing your business across different markets without really living in those countries is very normal. Hence why Amazon does have a list of countries. If you do have your business registered in any of those countries, then you can simply use that business in order to sell on Amazon UAE. Here's the list of approved countries for Amazon UAE. And Saudi Arabia, here is the list of approved countries for Saudi Arabia. So as an example, as you saw in the lists, if you have a business that is registered in the US, you have the option of registering a business locally here in Dubai or in the UAE if you wanted to, or you can use your US LLC already and start selling directly on Amazon. Great. The additional document that you do require, other than a copy of your business license, would be a copy of the IDs, maybe Emirates ID, maybe KSA Iqama, or any type of ID, maybe an even passport of the owner or owners of the business. Bank account. So to register and start your process of registering your account on Amazon does not actually require a bank account. Yes, you will need a bank account eventually, but here we're talking about registering your seller account. You do not need a bank account at this moment in time. However, just to give you a little bit of context, a bank account can be any deposit method. On Amazon, we call it a deposit method, where Amazon is going to be sending you your money. So it could be any bank account. It doesn't have to be in the same name of the company that you utilize to register your Amazon account. It doesn't have to be in the same country either. And it can be online bank accounts or fintech solution providers like Payoneer, Wise, or Revolut as an example. So the bank account can be something that you can tackle later on, not necessarily as you register your seller account. What about taxes and VAT? Now, if you do have a company in the UAE, you probably already know that VAT is 5%. In Saudi Arabia, VAT is 15%. You do have a threshold under which it is not mandatory for you to register for VAT, which means you don't need to provide a VAT number for your Amazon account. Again, just to explain, this is not something that you would require as you are registering your account, but I like to tackle this information because I know a lot of you ask me these details, and VAT and taxes is always a difficult type of situation to understand. So for both UAE and Saudi Arabia, the mandatory threshold for you to register and start paying VAT is 375,000 dirhams or riyals per annum, per year. So that's the concept. And it's up to you to register, and it's up to you to file as well, meaning it's your responsibility. However, if you are utilizing your international business to sell locally, then you would need to register for VAT locally from zero. And you would need to provide that VAT number as soon as you get started selling on Amazon, meaning after your business, your registration account has been approved. And finally, something to prepare, because we said business license, ID, that's mainly it. But two other things to prepare would be your communication identification, meaning you need to have a valid mobile number where Amazon will be sending you an OTP, a one-time password code on your number, and you need an email. I would highly recommend that you create a dedicated email just so that you can utilize it on Amazon. Please make sure, even if you don't decide to create a dedicated email, whatever email you use to register for your seller account is an email that you have never used on Amazon before, never used as a customer, or definitely not for other marketplaces. You want to get started selling on Amazon in the UAE, but you don't know what to sell. Good news! I'm hosting a free and exclusive masterclass where I walk you through the details of how to do product research, how to validate products to sell successfully on Amazon.ae. This is an exclusive masterclass. You are able to apply right now and see if you get the link to attend. Since 2019, the Amazon Sellers Society has supported thousands of sellers on Amazon.ae. I'll be sharing with you in the masterclass our free as well as paid services, and I'll be sharing with you some exclusive tips and tricks. You don't want to miss it. All the details in the description box below. Number 3, step-by-step, opening your Amazon seller account. We're good to go. Now that you understand what documents you need, number 1, you just simply go to sell.amazon.ae for the UAE or sell.amazon.sa for KSA. You click on sign up and make sure that you're not logging in. Make sure that you're signing up. This is where you add your name and surname, you add the email, you create your password, you add the OTP on the email first, and then you add the OTP on the phone number after you add your phone number. Now, when you add all of this information, this is where you log in to what we call Amazon Seller Central, and you start with the application process. Ensure that you see the following on your screen. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, it will let you know exactly which marketplace you are registering in. So if you want to register for Amazon UAE and you see something other than the UAE flag, then make sure that you stop, go back, try to figure out what was the mistake. Now, after you click, you go into the business information section. This is where you need to choose your business type and make sure that you fill in the information about your trade license, the title exactly as it's written in your trade license. Add the address, the details, the information exactly as you have them in the business license. Then you go into identity verification. This is where you would upload the identity documents of the owner of the business. So the details of the ID or the passport also need to match 100%. Now, it goes without saying, all of those details need to match. Meaning, if you have a business license and you upload the ID of a completely different person, it's obviously not going to work because they're not going to match, and your account will be rejected. After you upload your ID verification, you will also require to do an online verification via a video call or a quick selfie verification via your laptop and your laptop camera, if that makes sense. So be ready with your ID in order to do that verification, because it's very important in order to continue the process. By the way, at any time, if you want to pause and come back, you can pause the application and then come back to it and complete the rest of the steps. Debit or credit card, after you have added your business information, your personal information, you will need to add a valid payment method. There is no payment to open an Amazon seller account in UAE or Saudi Arabia, but you do need to have a valid payment method on the system just in case there are any additional fees that you cannot cover from your sales. Finally, review all of the details before you click submit. And once you click submit, all you need to do is to wait about 3 to 5 business days to receive further information. And I hope the information will be that your account is registered and ready to go. Finally, let's talk about some common registration mistakes that get people's accounts to be rejected. Number 1, names not matching, meaning the ID, the trade license, they don't match together with the information that is in the trade license. It just doesn't match. Number 2, and this is a very common mistake, reapplying again, utilizing the same exact documents after you were rejected once. you need to ensure that you don't reapply and just simply keep reapplying before you understand what was the purpose of the rejection, and maybe you need to fix the main rejection first prior to starting in the second time. Number 3, ignoring emails coming from Amazon. Amazon does send you sometimes emails requesting further information, requesting for you to upload more documents, so make sure you don't ignore them. But if you're stuck in the verification loop, please do not worry, it's always fixable. So if it wasn't already clear, because I did say it, but maybe I talked about it like very briefly and quickly, the Amazon seller account in both UAE and Saudi Arabia is free of charge. There's no monthly membership fee. The account will be a professional account, which means it gives you full access to do whatever you want to do on Amazon. But there is no monthly subscription fee. So yes, you can open it right now, even if you're not exactly 100% ready to get started. Now make sure that you download the free PDF to get more valuable information, and make sure that you watch the second part of this video to learn more information about how Amazon as a platform works. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.